Hello. Welcome to my meditation. I have committed to meditating every day, so I decided to do it live here on YouTube to invite you along to meditate with me, whether you want to do it every day. I'm going to do it for about half an hour, and then directly afterwards I'm going to do the live show for the members of this channel, which is a channeled tarot show. Where I pull cards out for you if you come on live, or it's for the collective. If you want to join me in that after this, then click that join button below. So the meditation that I'm going to be doing is about exercising the consciousness and staying present. So we have three minds. The conscious mind that we're in charge of, that's what we want to focus on and what we want to think about. The subconscious mind, which is the mind that runs in the background, the automatic mind, it has a negative bias. It's there to protect us, to remind us of things to be aware of. And then we have the superconscious mind. The superconscious mind is our link to our higher self, to our soul, to spirit, to source. We can call it intuition, we can call it inspiration. It's a really good mind to listen to. But that tends to only come out when we've got a very quiet mind. So this is one of the reasons that we practice meditation, to quiet our minds. Because we don't try and quiet our minds in meditation, but it does tend to be a side effect of that the more we practice. It's a call that I had to take. So, as I was saying, the meditation, we might get quiet minds. Our minds might quiet as a result of it with regular practice, but also they might not. Because meditation, it's like going to the gym, right? It's exercising that muscle, and so you actually get better exercise when it's difficult, right? And so when a meditation seems difficult, like you can't quiet your mind and that kind of thing, that's when you're actually getting the most exercise, when you are bringing yourself back, constantly bringing yourself back to the conscious mind. So a lot of people say that they find it really hard to meditate, and they don't think they're very good at meditation, but it is a practice, you know. It's not about being able to do it perfectly and having a quiet mind. It's about being able to listen to those subconscious minds and the superconscious mind too. So let's get going. First of all, I'm going to take you through a process in order to quieten the nervous system, because once the nervous system is quiet, if that's where we start, then meditation is much easier. Meditation is much easier when we do it together as well. Sorry. Right, so let's take some deep breaths. So in meditation, we are bringing ourselves back to conscious presence, because the distractions will always be there. We've got a subconscious mind for a very good reason. Take another deep breath in. We'll have distractions, noises outside as well, bodily sensations too, and the subconscious mind thoughts coming in. And so we just want to notice the distractions as they happen. It can help to name them, and that can help you to remain present rather than going off with those thoughts or thinking about the noise that happened. Another deep breath in. So moving our conscious focus around our body now to find areas of tension or any holding, and to release that, to calm our nervous system down. So starting off in the left toes, let's move up the arch of the foot into the heel of the left foot, and around the front to the ankle, moving up the calf to the knee, and then from the knee up to the hip. And the left hip now, just releasing the femur bone in the hip socket there, relaxing that leg. Moving around the back to the glute, feeling what the glute is sitting or laying on, the point of contact, and then just allowing yourself to be supported there and relaxing that muscle, feeling that muscle melt and relax and be supported. Moving across to the right glute now, again feeling whatever it's touching and feeling that muscle relax and be supported by what it's on. Moving into the right hip, feeling the femur relax within the hip socket. And then moving down the thigh on the right side to the right knee. Down the shin and the calf to the ankle. Around the back to the heel and down the arch of the foot and out of the right toes. Moving into the left fingers now, and into the left palm, up the thumb and down the thumb and then to the wrist. Feel free to move any areas, any parts of your body as you get there. It can help to release tension just by moving it. Moving from the left wrist up all those little muscles of the forearm to the elbow. And from the elbow, up the bicep, the tricep, upper arm to the shoulder, the left shoulder now. And releasing it down, relaxing it away from the ear. And then moving across the back of the shoulders to the right shoulder. And again, releasing it down and away from the ear. From the right shoulder now, moving down the bicep and the tricep to the right elbow. And then down all those little muscles of the forearm to the wrist. From the right wrist down the thumb and then back up the thumb again and around the palm, perhaps in circles, and out through the right fingers. Taking a really deep breath in and expanding the belly out as far as it can go. And then when you release the breath, relaxing the belly. Doing the same again, but this time into the ribs and the upper back, expanding it, making yourself as big as possible. And then releasing it all and relaxing it as you breathe out. Starting at the base of your spine now, stretch your spine out tall as you move your consciousness up your spine. Lengthening the spine. And when you get to the neck, let's move the neck to release it. Let's put our right ear to our right shoulder. And then the left ear to the left shoulder. And then looking over the right shoulder. And looking over the left shoulder. And then looking down to your belly button. And then up to the sky. And relaxing the neck, having your head in a neutral position so it's balanced. And the neck is nice and relaxed. Moving into the jaw, releasing the jaw. Any tension there. You might want to open your mouth wide to release that. Resting the tongue gently on the roof of your mouth. Moving up through the cheeks, relaxing the cheeks to the eyes, releasing the eyes, back and down into the eye sockets. Up to the eyebrows. Releasing them and relaxing them apart. The forehead relaxing and moving to the scalp. Relaxing the whole of the scalp and feeling your ears move down just a little bit. And now moving your consciousness, your awareness to your third eye, which is in the center of your forehead. And keep your focus there. It can intensify the meditation in a good way. As distractions come along, because they will, it's part of the human condition, just notice them, accept them, and then bring your focus back to the third eye. When we practice this acceptance of the human condition, instead of being annoyed at ourselves or getting distracted or having a busy mind, if we just accept it each time, it loses its power over us. So listen to the subconscious mind and what it's saying, hear it, and then bring yourself back to the focus. In this way, we practice self-love. Because we're all humans, we can't switch off the subconscious mind. We wouldn't even want to. We wouldn't want to be able to ignore noises in our environment or our subconscious mind, because we'd be in danger if we did that. But we don't want to let the subconscious mind and outside distractions take over us and be pushing us around. So we do want to exercise our conscious mind so that we get to create the life and have the experience that we want to have. And if you find that your mind quietens, you might start receiving some thoughts from your superconscious mind. And it's very important to take note of those thoughts. Those thoughts feel different when they're from the superconscious mind. They come when our mind is quiet. And it feels different. It has a positive focus. The subconscious mind has a negative focus. But it's important that we don't try to quiet the subconscious mind, that we listen to it and then bring ourselves back. Because just as if a parent, a loved one, were to warn you about something and you weren't listening to them, they would repeat it and repeat it, repeat that warning until you heard it. So the subconscious mind wants us to listen, and when we listen, and when it knows it's heard, it can quiet. If you'd like to set an intention for the meditation, you can do that now. That can be you wanting to feel a different way. Or perhaps you want some guidance and answers to some questions that you've got, or some direction. Or perhaps you're just doing it for all of your well-being, because meditation helps us in so many ways, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. find that your mind has wandered along with a thought that your subconscious mind has had, perhaps a narrative of you meditating, that can happen too. Creating a story about meditating, thinking about meditating, perhaps about what you should be doing instead of meditating. A memory, or imagining what's coming next in your day, what you're going to have for dinner. All kinds of things come up in the subconscious mind. So if you find that that's what's happened, just bring yourself gently back to that third eye focus. The more we practice bringing ourselves back to that conscious focus, the more present we can be throughout our days, throughout our lives, in any kind of situation. So it's the practice of bringing ourselves back that's important, rather than reaching some kind of an experience in the meditation. Every meditation will be different. It's different for me every single time. And sometimes, like this, I'm feeling to speak. Sometimes my mind is very busy. Sometimes I very quickly shift into a blissful state of gratitude, but I can never dictate or reach for these things. It just happens by itself when I try to remain present. The more you try to do something in meditation, if you're reaching for a certain outcome or some guidance or to quieten your mind, you make it a struggle. There's no need to make it a struggle. This is about noticing what's going on inside of us, the distractions, all of it. Just noticing it and being okay about it, accepting it all. There are no bad meditations. Sometimes we get the greatest benefits from the most difficult meditations, because we get more practice of bringing ourselves back to consciousness. The only bad meditation is if we don't do it. So that's where I'm going to end this meditation. Thank you for joining me in it. Let's do it again tomorrow. If you'd like to come along with me to the live show now, I'm doing that starting in 2 minutes. You can click that join button down there. I'll be channeling for the members who come along live and the collective as well. If you want to watch the replay, you're welcome to do that too. Thank you again for meditating with me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to click like on this video too.